You spend all day like a ghost. You're dragging your body through meetings, conversations, and chores, feeling like your brain is wrapped in a thick gray fog. You're exhausted. You're counting down the minutes until your head finally hits the pillow. You tell yourself, tonight I'm going to sleep for 10 hours. But then 11 p.m. arrives, and suddenly the fog vanishes. The moment the world goes quiet, your brain turns on the lights. Suddenly, you have ideas. Suddenly, you're remembering a conversation from 3 years ago. Suddenly, you have the energy to research a random topic or scroll for hours. You're tired but wired. You think you're broken. You think your internal clock is just defective. But psychology says something much deeper is happening. You aren't just not sleepy. You are staging a silent rebellion. You are living a pattern of stolen time, and your brain is refusing to let the day end because it's the only part of the day that actually belongs to you. You're not a broken sleeper. You're a person trying to reclaim a life that was spent on everyone else but yourself. There's a term for what you're doing, and it's as aggressive as it sounds. Revenge Bedtime Procrastination. It's called revenge because you are literally retaliating against your own schedule. Think about your day. From the moment your alarm goes off, you belong to everyone else. You belong to your boss, your emails, your commute, your family, or your chores. You are a human doing, not a human being. By the time you get to 10 p.m., you've accomplished everything on your list, but you've lost yourself in the process. So when the house is finally still, you stay awake. You scroll, you watch, you think. You know you'll be miserable tomorrow, but you don't care because sleep feels like a surrender. To go to sleep is to fast forward to the next day where you have to be productive again. Staying awake is the only way you can stay in control. You're not staying up because you have energy. You're staying up because you're hungry for autonomy. It's a desperate attempt to reclaim your agency in a world that demands your constant attention. You are trading your physical health for your psychological sanity, and in the short term, the trade feels worth it. You've felt it before. It's 3 p.m. and you're so tired you could cry. You feel like a phone running on 1% battery. But then, around 10 or 11 p.m., something strange happens. You get what people call a second wind. Suddenly, your mind is sharp, your heart is racing, and you're ready to solve every problem in your life. This isn't magic. It's a biological malfunction called a dysregulated cortisol rhythm. Normally, your cortisol, the stress hormone, is supposed to peak in the morning to wake you up and drop at night to let you sleep.
Но если ты живешь в состоянии хронического стресса, твои надпочечники сходят с ума.
Your body thinks it's under attack all day, but you're too busy to process the fear. So the moment you finally sit still at night, your brain sounds the alarm. It thinks, we were too busy to panic today, so we'll do it now. You aren't wired because you're a night owl. You're wired because your nervous system is stuck in survival mode. You're exhausted, but your body is too afraid to let you sleep because it hasn't felt safe all day. Have you ever noticed that your best ideas and your truest self only come out after everyone else has gone to sleep? There's a psychological reason for this, and it's called the absence of demand. During the day, the world is loud. It's full of shoulds. You should be working, you should be social, you should be productive. Every notification is a demand for your energy. But at 2 a.m., no one is emailing you. No one expects you to be on. The sun is down, the shops are closed, and the expectations of society have officially expired for the day. For the hyper-vigilant mind, this silence feels like a sanctuary. It's the only time you feel safe enough to actually exist. You aren't staying up to do things, you're staying up to be. You are finally in a space where no one wants a piece of you. You've created a psychological vacuum where you can finally hear your own thoughts. You aren't a night owl by choice. You are a refugee from the demands of the daylight. You are addicted to the shadows because the shadows are the only place where you don't have to perform. There is a darker, more silent reason why your brain won't let you sleep. It's called hyper-vigilance. If you grew up in an environment where you had to read the room before you could even read books, if you had to listen to the tone of a parent's voice or the sound of their footsteps to know if you were safe, your brain learned that being off guard is dangerous. You've spent your life as a night watchman who doesn't know the war is over. During the day, you're on high alert. You're scanning for moods, for expectations, for potential conflict. You're exhausted because your nervous system is working overtime to protect you from threats that are no longer there. But at night, when the world is finally paralyzed by sleep, the watchman feels he can finally take his post. You feel safe enough to be awake only when the rest of the world is too tired to hurt you. You aren't just a night person. You are a survivor who is still waiting for the other shoe to drop. You are living in a body that's tired of the day, but a mind that's still terrified of the silence. So how do you stop being a prisoner of the night? It starts with a painful realization. You cannot fix your sleep until you fix your day. You stay awake because your day feels like a series of obligations you didn't choose. To break the cycle, you have to stop the theft. You have to start stealing small moments of autonomy during the daylight hours. 5 minutes of silence, a walk without your phone, saying no to a request that drains you. If you don't give yourself permission to exist during the day, your brain will demand it at night, and it will take it from your health. Forgive yourself for the late nights. You weren't being lazy, you were trying to survive. But the war is over. You don't have to be the night watchman anymore. The silence of the night is beautiful, but it shouldn't be the only place where you feel free. Start building a life you don't feel the need to escape from. Stop trading your tomorrow for a few hours of fake control tonight. Close the screen. Breathe in the dark. Tell your inner watchman he can finally go to sleep. It's safe now. You've done enough. Good night.